Welcome to the Podcast FC show. My name is Tum. Our opening segment is powered by ZipRecruiter. It's the new year, which means a fresh start for your business. And a great year starts with making great hires. But posting your job in one place isn't enough to find quality candidates. If you want to find the perfect hire, you need to post your job on all the top job sites. And now you can with ZipRecruiter. You can jumpstart your hiring in 2017, post your job to 200 plus job sites, including social media networks like Facebook and Twitter, all with a single click. Find candidates in any city or industry nationwide. Just post once and watch your qualified candidates roll into ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Quickly screen candidates, rate them, and hire the right person fast. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by over 1 million businesses. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free by going to ziprecruiter.com/sportsfan. That's right, ziprecruiter.com/sportsfan. One more time, to try for free, go to ziprecruiter.com/sportsfan.
Podcast FC show is brought to you by CLNS Radio. CLNS Radio, the leading online provider of audio and video coverage of your favorite Boston sports teams. Follow CLNS Radio on social media. On Twitter, you can find them at CLNS Radio. On Facebook, search CLNS Fans. That's one word, CLNS Fans. And download the free CLNS Radio app on the iOS store and Android store as well. Simply search CLNS Radio in your app marketplace. It takes. Hard intro today. I guess don't feel like rolling into this one.
No, wasn't ready. I think there's a little bit of animosity.
Yeah, there's
in
a little
this side of the room.
There's a little tension. Tell me you got a knife.
Almost got up and left.
Slice it. A karate chop.
Cool. It would have been better.
A karate chop.
Cool. I was just looking for more facts.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Yep.
Like it matters.
Yep.
You got
reaffirm.
Because you know what? There's nothing better
I'm
about being
3
right
seconds
than about
from
being
walking
even
away
more
from this
right.
fucking room. I'm
Okay.
3 seconds from walking out of this.
Oh,
room.
1, 2, 3.
Don't do it.
Honestly,
3, 2, 1.
You're,
Don't do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Don't do it.
You're
Don't
getting
ever
so
walk
under
out.
my skin, man. You're killing me, dude. You're killing me.
that what it
Bringing
is?
up my brother. He's not even in the room. Unreal.
No, just ask him. He would know.
Okay. He knows everything too, I guess.
Oh,
like you.
First-hand account.
First-hand account.
If you guys are wondering what
But
this
don't even go
heated-
into it, man. I can't. My blood's boiling right now. I can't even think
Called
straight.
composure.
James Milner's tearing this podcast
I'll look
apart.
out for you.
Some
I fucking
pre-show.
hate the guy too. That's
James
the thing.
Milner
I
talk.
fucking hate James Milner.
Dude, strongest jaw in the league, for sure.
I'll give him that.
team.
Yeah, he's on
You talking about
the
this
team.
jaw?
on the jaw
You talking about that jaw?
Strongest
Talking about
jaw.
that jaw?
Is it an
Let's
underbite
write
or is
that
it a
down.
big mandible? You know,
It's a man jaw. It's a man bite. Whatever you want to call it.
You almost said mangina.
Man bite.
I know you almost did. What's up, everyone? 151. We in here taking shots, drinking, doing it up.
midweek games.
Oh my
Those
God.
we're not.
weird midweeks.
No, we're not.
The Dojo crew. Shout out to the Dojo crew. My boys from college. Bro, we had a 151 night, and I don't remember it.
You were in a dojo?
All I remember was it was a great time. I don't know. That's what we call that. That was the name of our crew. That wasn't in an
I was gonna say,
actual
cool.
martial
Those guys in the
arts
dojo.
You know what I mean? No, man. But that 151 night. Shout out to those guys. Great time. So if you're out there, man, get some shots.
Let's wrap up. So this episode, I know it's a little weird. We had EPL action midweek, but it's still the same match day 34. So if you see the title of this app, don't panic. It's not a repeat. It's not a repost. We're just wrapping up the last 4 games of the, 4 or 5 games of the match day 34.
I was so thrown off.
During the
right.
week? Yeah, you were
I was
freaking
like,
out.
wait, is
You were
this
like,
a
predictions?
new week? Yeah, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's weird when they do that, man, when they let it bleed. But it's mainly because of the FA Cup midweek action and some makeup games as well. So technically, there weren't supposed to be any games this week. But because of the condensed EPL schedule, there were games.
Happens.
Life happens. Shit happens. Let's get into Chelsea looking like they're very comfortable now. Winding down the season, 4 points clear. They win 4-2 against Southampton. What up? Costa finally shows up, man. That's what I'm gonna say.
5 games off, comes back, almost has a bicycle for the hat trick, but scores 2 goals.
Would have been perfect for fantasy, Keith.
But I think the main story of this game is Hazard, opening goal. First 10 minutes, within the first 10 minutes, the goal he scored was clinical.
So clinical.
15th of the season, but it was unsavable almost. I mean, you have to mark this guy in the box.
I think there was only one man in the box. Southampton had all the defenders back.
Everyone was back in position.
It was 6 defenders against Costa and Hazard. It's because they didn't track him back, and he fell into that gap between, I think it was like two defenders. And then once he got the ball, it was a quick fire. It was perfect accuracy.
You have to
almost post in.
You have to give Hazard credit, man, because as a coach, you try to teach kids, find the pockets of space. Because, what's that? Anywhere where you have space amongst defenders, in and around you, try find a little bit of space to give yourself room to take a touch, take a shot, or get a shot off. And in this case, the man's so brilliant, he doesn't even need to take a touch.
Costa and Hazard are two of the top 5 best at finding space inside the 18-yard box in the league in England. Because last year when we saw Costa, we were talking about his dribbling, speed, whatever. He would always just step back 2 feet. Or he'd step up 1 foot. He'd always find that little pocket, get a ball, be deflected. Same thing this year. He's doing it again.
And their body balance. They're so good with their bodies. Yeah. It's unreal, man.
It's lights out.
Chelsea's, they look like they're going to run away with the title. I know Spurs is breathing down their necks, but this performance, man, I think as well, they beat Southampton last year, I believe, 2-0 or something along those lines when Van Dijk was in the team. And I think, it's still a 2-goal difference, but with the loss of a guy like that, I think you're going to see more goals go in.
Yeah, definitely, man. And Chelsea they're feeling it, man. Costa comes through with a brace. You got Cahill chipping in on goals.
Right before half.
And that's the worst time to score as well. And then you got, like you said, Hazard, man. When this guy's on fire, he's easily a Ballon d'Or candidate, hands down. So I don't know if he's had a Ballon d'Or season, but when he's hot, man, for that 30, 40 minutes where every touch is perfect, he's beating people, no effort, he's unreal. And he had one of those games, or he had one of those starts today.
I think if the voting for PFA was done at the end of the year, he would win. Why? But because it was done. It's bullshit that he didn't win it. But if it went 38 games, if he scores 5 more goals, ends with 20, he should have won it.
You know what? Let's get into that a little bit. I agree. I was thinking about that because Conte win the league, but some teams, including Arsenal before the game that they faced today, well, Leicester. If you're reading it yesterday, yeah, they had 7 matches left. I think that was 18% of the season left. Most teams have 6 games left. That's 15. Teams had anywhere between 10 and 18% of their season left. How can you choose an MVP, basically, play of the season, with them?
The season.
Yeah, exactly. Because in my mind, let's say Conte, for the last 2, there's 5 games left or so, he gets a red card, comes back and gets a red card. Chelsea end up losing, and in the rest of the games for Tottenham, Kane gets 12 goals. That's not out.
Yeah, what if Kane, for the next, I think they have five games, Tottenham, I want to say. What if he scores 10 goals in those 5 games and Spurs win the league?
That's what I'm saying. And Conte gets a red card or something. And
never mind Conte. Yeah. Just the fact that Kane put the team on his back and helped Tottenham win the league.
I think they set themselves up for failure when they do it this early.
I don't like it.
And it does. I don't know if it has to do with the awards and the Champions League, whatever it is, but I don't like it. I don't like it as well.
They're playing the if game.
End of the season. At least even maybe that final match of the season, whatever it is. We saw the heroics with Manchester City when they won the league in the last day of the season. So how you gonna include, maybe it's for the injured guys like Mane or something like that, so that they can include them as well, but I don't like it.
I think they should announce it before the FA Cup final.
That's not bad.
Like have a ceremony
at the end of the season,
but have it like a ceremony at halftime or something. Have those guys come out. It may not be their fans or something, or they can do something next season. But that's that's the cup. Well, that's the cup of all English teams and the player of the top league. I don't know. I just think that's the time to do it when the season's done. Bring them into the number 1 cup, theoretically speaking, what it used to be.
That's a good idea too, man. That's a good idea too.
Dude, back to the game. Oriol Romero.
Your
scores I dig this guy, man. I think Southampton's going to do work with him. I think he'll be decent. I don't think he'll be a top 4. He's ex-Chelsea, ex-Barcelona. He's a La Masia product. I dig it. I dig it because he didn't start at Chelsea. You know, like Chelsea.
No, what do you think about him celebrating this game?
That's what I'm saying. I dig it. He didn't start. Like, it's not like Chelsea was loyal to this dude, gave him playing time, and then he left or whatever. This dude never got burned at Chelsea, never got a fair shake, in my opinion. So, yeah, there's no ties to Chelsea. I don't see Romeu as a Chelsea player.
He celebrated a bit, too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I was totally fine with that.
Man, I think you're iffy on this, man. I think for you...
No. Look, when a player has less than 5 starts for a club, he's not that club's player, bro. You can say whatever you want. If let me think of an Arsenal player. Name me an Arsenal player on the fringes. I don't know, Chambers. Let's say if Chambers leaves Arsenal this summer...
That's a good one.
Goes to Southampton, goes whatever club, scores against Arsenal and celebrates... You might be annoyed because you're an Arsenal fan. I won't judge him as harshly because he just never played.
What about Adebayor?
Adebayor is different. Adebayor is very different. That's gross. Very different because Arsenal broke him. They gave him the time. They basically said, hey, be our next Nwankwo Kanu. Here you go. Be that dude. And he let them down, so they dropped him. He got sour, left, played for a rival. That was gross, bro. 100% gross.
You know what, though? Sometimes this whole quote-unquote respect stuff, relax. You paid the guy when he was there. He's getting paid by somebody else. Let the guy have a little fun and celebrate. If people are actually sad because someone celebrates a goal, well, you know what? You might as well just go home. You might as well,
it's hatred.
Just go home and hide underneath your bed.
There's a difference between running up to the fan section and doing that. That's antagonizing someone.
Oh yeah,
but if you're maybe a guy like Romeu, who you don't score many goals, that's not what you do, and you get a goal and you celebrate, or you
What if Cesc scores at Arsenal and celebrates? Not runs the length of the field, but like jumps up and down with his team.
Does a fist pump at least. Does something.
I'm okay with it because
I mean celebration. I'm
okay with it.
No, I mean like you run to the corner and you throw a pump, but like
I hate that.
I'm okay with it because Arsenal said no when they had first dibs. They said no. So I think it's all cool with that. I understand.
My love for Cesc is gone, man. Yeah. It's gone.
I'm okay with him doing it though, because hey. Arsenal had a chance to get him back. They had first dibs. Nah, we're good. And then Chelsea wins the league.
I'm a traditionalist. Benteke didn't celebrate. I think that was class.
Or did he?
He had the handshake. He had the handshake with Saka.
But you know what though? But you know what? I'm okay with it because we sold him. But Saka doing that. But you know what? Klopp basically relegated him to like the reserves. So I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. Whatever they scored.
When a club treats a player like Saka like that. Then if Saka celebrates, I'm all for that, dude. The club didn't treat you nicely. If the club did everything they could do to make you the best player you can, and you popped under that club, I think there should be a sense of just loyalty. Benteke not celebrating, I think, was class. But had he celebrated, I wouldn't have judged him either because of the way Liverpool swept him out and he spent, a year there? That's not a home.
2 examples. One, Frank Lampard when he scored against Chelsea in that late minute.
And what did he do?
I understand that because that's a different type of level. Yeah, but if James Milner scored against City, I'm okay with it.
City's fine.
Yeah, no,
City's fine, but
because he was there for so long, and he
didn't play that much though.
Well, he played a decent amount. He played a decent amount. But I'm okay with him celebrating because look, they didn't want you. They didn't want us to resign you. Someone else did. So it's like whatever.
I think it should be just reserved for legends. Yeah, like I don't rate Cesc Fabregas an Arsenal legend. I think he's a really, really good player.
If John Terry leaves,
former captain,
and goes somewhere and scores.
Dennis Bergkamp a legend, Henry a legend. Like
what about Van Persie?
Tony Adams a legend. I don't rate Van Persie a legend.
But if
I rate him in the same category as Cesc as a really, really good player. Both captained the club at that. But at the same time, like. I don't rate them as great.
And it's also up to the player. Like, if a player wants to celebrate, I'm not sitting here saying you shouldn't. What I'm saying is, in my opinion, that's classless. If in certain situations.
That's accurate.
If you want to run around taking your shirt off, like, what am I going to sit there and hate on you? Like, you scored a goal in front of millions. Do what you want. In my opinion, though, I think if a club puts in the time to teach you a skill, and you're also putting in your own time, agreed. But if there's a relationship there, it's kind of like celebrating in front of your ex. If you broke up amicably, why are you gonna be a dick? If you broke up not violently, but vicious, like aggressively or whatever, like
aggressive,
wasn't
violent, bro.
Yeah,
what are you trying to say?
How have you broken up with people?
If she slapped you
around, what kind of
breakups
you going through, bro?
Yeah, I'll slap her around.
Carol, what are you doing to this guy?
Slapped her
Man,
around.
I think Romero should have celebrated harder, if you ask me.
You should have done the work.
Romero should have.
He should have done a knee slide, Jurgen Klinsmann, belly slide to the corner or something. But I mean, the big moment for in this game was the John Terry moment by Gary Cahill on the stroke at halftime, man. Wearing the armband for the day. What's his name? John Terry actually did make a feature in this game, trying to get that the 10 appearances for the trophy or for the medal if they end up winning it.
Yeah.
But Gary Cahill with the captain header, man. It was a John Terry moment.
It was.
Big center back, big goal right on halftime.
I think he means a lot to Chelsea, man.
Who?
Gary Cahill.
I think he's been there for everything.
He's underrated, underappreciated.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, let's compare him and Toby real quick. I know this is a little
Toby
bit
wins.
Yeah, Toby, all the way around.
More technical.
Didn't he just make his first mistake to lead up to a goal this year out of like his whole career?
Toby's on
like his first mistake.
He's on the wrong club because he doesn't get enough heat because it's Tottenham. Like the world doesn't watch Tottenham. Never mind this room. The world just doesn't watch Tottenham. If he's on Arsenal, United,
just want to get that
Chelsea,
real quick.
No, Gary Cahill is
getting
class
away.
though. He is a solid. He's a big body. He's reliable. He's athletic. He can do it all except the little things. He's huge.
He's literally almost like John Terry, except maybe not as physical. Maybe a little bit more.
Not as intelligent.
I would take Cahill over. I'd take Cahill over Mustafi, and Koscielny and Cahill together for Arsenal. That would be a good shout.
That's not a bad shout.
We missed out on Cahill, man. We missed.
Yeah,
out
most
on
people
him.
did.
When he was
at Bolton, right? Yeah,
Arsenal
United
was linked
missed.
with him.
Yep, United missed too.
Missed out on him. But the fourth goal in this game, guys.
Well,
amazing. This was a champions goal. Pedro, Diego, Hazard linking up. It was beautiful football. If you haven't seen it, you guys check it out.
And this is why Willian can't start. Pedro comes on, gets himself an assist. Every time he plays, he's getting some kind of number in there, whether it's a goal or an assist or some kind of key pass, a hockey assist. So I don't blame Conte for playing Pedro. I think Pedro's also more versatile, can do a lot more things.
Left or right.
And that's why I think Willian has to leave, because I just don't see him breaking through. Unless Hazard leaves for Real Madrid, then it opens up room for Willian. So
let me tell you the sign of a champion, man. Just never being satisfied. Chelsea give up a late goal, 94th minute to Ryan Bertrand. And, Thibaut Courtois is just flipping out on his defense. You're already up 3 goals. You concede one, 4-2. No. He's never satisfied. He's wilding out. That wasn't good enough, guys. So those are the type of things I look at, and I'm like, okay.
How about that?
They made of some
the free kick. Stuff. It was right at the edge of the 18 on the goal line. I forget who got taken out, but it was basically like a corner, but on the edge of the box. And I don't know where they Ward-Prowse flies it right through the 6-yard box, and Courtois comes out and just punches the ball out. It was such a great save.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
Like the wrist, I'm like, how do you getting those? I mean, the reaction time and then also the accuracy of getting your hand on that ball. I mean, he
spent a lot of alone time in his teens. Man of the match.
Strong-ass wrists.
I'm gonna give it to Costa for me, man. 2 goals, finally breaks his duck.
And assist. Mm-hmm. 2 goals and an assist. Gotta give it to him.
Gotta give it to him. 16 fantasy points.
Unanimous.
Crystal Palace 0, Tottenham 1.
Shame. Pity.
So real.
Come on, Eagles.
Cold ass game the whole time. You could see the players huffing and puffing. Steam was coming out.
Some tired legs out there.
Tired legs late in the season. You got 2 teams that love playing football, so neither one of them gets rest.
On the 67th minute.
He looked exhausted, man. He's not match fit. He's not match
really
fit yet. It showed that.
Yeah,
he's not ready for back to back.
Basically a final game, semi-final. Agreed. On the weekend as well. They gave it everything they had, so it's understandable.
That's another team that needs depth next season. If they're going to try to compete again for the title, they're going to need to bring in 4, maybe 4 players, because the only one I see coming off the bench, Sissoko looks like he's not, going to cut it. So go back to Newcastle, bro. It's time. Newcastle's back anyway. Harry Winks is the only bright spot. Nkudu, I dig.
Nkudu, man, he's nice.
But they didn't play him when
they need to be in a situation where they have to play him.
But they didn't. They lost Kane. They could have played Son at 9, Nkudu out wide, or vice versa, playing Nkudu in the middle, Son out wide.
Jansen, bro, he's nice.
That's why I think Nkudu is not an option off the bench because he just doesn't play enough. He's a hell of a talent, but I don't know if he's getting you into a Champions League or he's getting you a Champions League winner. That's what I mean by depth.
Maybe not yet. No, I agree with you. They need to make signings, especially now that they're certified top 3 in England.
Yeah.
The last 2 seasons.
2 years in a row, I think.
Should have been second place twice, if not, first twice. They could have won the league twice back to back.
And they're still in it this year. They're 4 points back. All you need is a Chelsea slip up. I think Tottenham won't have enough to upset Chelsea. Even if Chelsea loses, I think Tottenham has a very difficult schedule in comparison to Chelsea. So I think Tottenham, again, is going to come up short. Is it short? They finished second. I don't know.
Well, if Liverpool and United are able to get the top 4 and City drops below, Tottenham's the only team that went back-to-back in Champions League the last 2 years because it was Leicester, City, Arsenal, and who am I thinking? Who am I forgetting?
Leicester
City, Tottenham.
Arsenal.
Oh, yeah, that was the other 4.
Yeah.
So you really have to consider them being top 4.
And
forget about top 4 clubs because of the history. They're doing a different thing right now.
And it's always hard when you see like an evolution happening. Like we all get stuck in our ways. We're like, no, Man City, they can have all the money they want. They can't buy a Premier League title. And eventually they found a way. Tottenham, man, the money's there, the investment's there. They're building a stadium. You look at their goal difference this year. They have the best goal difference in the league. When was the last time we saw that from Tottenham? They've let in the least amount of goals. They're
last
tied.
Year, the least amount of goals was
That's what I'm saying, man. 2 years in a row. I think they're real. Whether they can do this again next year, that's another question. Every year they're going to have to answer this question until they do it like Man City. Man City, we no longer question them because they won the title. We saw what they could do. They're legit.
That's my thing is, I acknowledge the development. I acknowledge
they're real now.
That
they're a challenge.
They're actually challengers, but at the same time, where's the silverware? Everyone else is measured by trophies. How many trophies do you win? If it's a League Cup, EFL Cup, FA Cup.
Not everyone's measured by trophies. Not everyone's measured by trophies.
Everyone in the top 4, I should say, is measured by trophies.
No, because Arsenal still gets a dope reputation. When was the last time they won a trophy? Before the 2 FA Cup. Before the 2.
But it was a drought. And everyone was saying,
but everyone was still saying Arsenal is class. Arsenal's a top 4 club. So it's
only because we did it in the past, right? We won trophies in the past.
And you stayed top 4 for a decade.
Before Wenger was there, we won trophies. So that's all I'm saying. If you're a top 4 club, you're measured by trophies. This Spurs team, they're really, really good, but where's the silverware? Where's the actual exclamation
it's on
point
the way.
To say,
it's on the way for the goons. It's coming right at your face.
This thing to me, it's a moral victory, and that's all right. Having moral victory, we finished above Arsenal. We came second.
Not even about that.
For second of the
it's
year
about Champions League. No, it's not about moral victory. The victory is that Arsenal's in the Champions League
again. You're gonna get smacked up again, but show me the trophies. Once you win the trophy, I'm like, okay, crap. They know how to win now. This is scary.
I know I put you in this position before, like months back, but would you rather be Arsenal, have a chance at an FA Cup trophy, and finish in 6th, or be Tottenham, have no chance at a trophy, and finish in 2nd, or maybe first, but but finish in 2nd?
Do you know what?
FA Cup and 6th, or 2nd?
The 6th, does that qualify you for Europa?
Only if the team's in 5th and 6th.
Let's say Arsenal doesn't make Europa.
Yeah.
I'd rather have us win an FA Cup and not make Europa. That way we can actually focus on the league title and have the advantage that Leicester has.
Chelsea.
Have the advantage that Chelsea has this year.
Rather than
that theory proves to be more successful.
Get back in that league title.
Exactly.
And then back on your feet.
So
that's a good point.
That's an honest answer, Huss.
I don't know. I feel like I'd still rather have Champions League.
We've won Champions League 16 years straight.
And then you go out.
We've done it 16 years straight.
But as second,
what's happened?
Nothing.
Kroenke gets richer. The board gets richer. Wenger gets a bumper salary. How many trophies do you actually bring in? So I'd actually have something new.
I don't know, because I think this team right here, if they do finish in 2nd again, they're able to really get maybe another person in to take Sissoko's place. And then you're looking at not just FA Cup, you're looking at league title next year.
What I'm thinking is that I'm thinking that Tottenham is the new Arsenal and that they might not have silverware, but they're going to be a top 4 contender every year. I think they have the bones for it. So your silverware thing might never happen, but if they're in the top 4 2 years in a row and you're not, I mean, there it is. Silverware and no silverware argument. Your club is now below Tottenham. So,
100%, but top 4 is measured by trophies. Let's not set them. The only reason we're setting them to a different standard
is because it's Tottenham.
It's Tottenham.
And they're they're overachieving. That's my point in that if they can do it 3 years in a row, get into Champions League, with Arsenal's wage budget and Arsenal's goals and Arsenal's reputation, if they can't get into the Champions League 2 years in a row, then you need to
it's a concern.
Yeah, then you need to reconsider your thinking.
But I'm not on red alert right now. I'm not on red alert.
Why would you be? They're your rivals. It should be, but it's your rivals. It's denial. 7th.
Wanyama, bro, I think he should have received a red card in this game. 2 yellows. He had a reckless second yellow offense. Should have been one, but Moss, the way he was reffing this game, was letting a lot of things go. Wasn't really, throwing out the cards as you'd expect. Maybe it was due to fatigue, whatever it was. We saw Sacco, who's been having an amazing season for Crystal Palace, get injured in the 52nd minute.
Weird.
It was a weird injury where his entire weight of his body crumpled underneath his knee. He went to lunge on Harry Kane, landed very awkwardly. So hopefully he gets better soon.
This is one of the reasons why he was not able to stay at Liverpool, because he was able to play, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches really well. And then 2 months in, he would get injured. Come back, play really well. 2, 3, 4 matches. Go injured. It wasn't like kind of like a Danny Sturridge, but with Sacco,
it was worse at Liverpool than it's been at Palace.
Yeah.
Because at Palace, he hasn't been injured.
But how many matches? 5 matches. He's right just around that same time that he always got injured for Liverpool. So as much as he's doing well, I was actually telling people that just watch out for that injury. Kind of like Jack Wilshere. Same type of thing. Watch out. He's having a good year. Watch out for that injury.
I don't think he's that injury prone. I don't think he's Sturridge injury prone.
I definitely think so.
I don't think he's.
It's always a muscle or something. It's always something.
This was a knee.
Dude, either way, Spurs, they look to be a different team when Son's out there. That's what I noticed today. When Son is playing, they're, as far as getting goals, they're way more threatening than they are without him.
I like it when they play.
He's so direct, man. He's so aggressive. He reminds me,
and he's pacey.
He's like Rashford in that as soon as you get his first touch is always, can I take this guy on? How do I beat this guy? There's no safe touches.
No.
Before that, they were dominating in terms of possession, but going forward, it was kind of a boring match, honestly, I think.
You know why? Because Palace played shutdown defense.
Yeah,
they did.
They had this point wrapped up, man. It's a shame that the goal that they conceded, it's soft.
Let's talk about that goal.
Good thing that Kane was on the pitch. Kept the ball, dribbled a little bit more than he should have, but didn't lose the ball. It passes it to Eriksen 40 yards out. It takes 2 touches, shoots from about 30 yards out.
Knuckler.
But Wayne Hennessy, guy's so suspect. You gotta get Mandanda back on his feet. No, Mandanda's my boy.
No, I thought you liked Hennessy at one point. Because I was saying
he's a suspect. You're a fraud. He's fraudulent. I love Mandanda though, backup, but he's been out forever.
You know what though? That shot, it was savable, but it was still class, man. With the wet pitch, or just coming down.
It was a missile.
It takes it,
it's almost skip, as if though he didn't anticipate the speed of the shot. Yeah. You want to do that bomb sound effect again?
It's like a rocket.
Yeah, man. It was, I don't know. Hennessy, I thought, De Gea makes that save. Courtois.
But you can't make make those comparisons. This is Crystal Palace. But
does Mignolet make that shot? Does Grant make that shot?
I think they should. They
Foster make that. But
Foster does.
They should. Hennessy should have.
It was a ping. It was a ping.
Yeah. No, nothing away from the goal. It was a rip. Come on, Wayno. Dude, you lost your team a point.
Got to shout out Zaha, man. He was shitting all over Tottenham. He's been linked with them. Allardyce has come out saying that he will leave for no less than $40 million.
Allardyce also warned him to watch out for the stars.
The work rate this guy has, man. Sprinting back.
It was a touch that was 50 feet in the air. He touches it, goes around Eriksen, does a step over around Kyle Walker, drags it. He's got it, man. He's got it.
If he keeps this up nowadays, $40 million is really not that much at all.
$40 million is a discount.
That's why I was Liverpool get Mane for maybe 36, 30, depending on what stipulations they have. But right there, that's looking like a steal.
Fuck that, I take that back. $40 million is crazy.
You do?
$40 million is crazy.
For Zaha?
Yeah. If Mane went for less.
No, but that's how much of a steal it was.
No, Mane should have been 40.
Mine should have been like 50.
Oh, no.
Zaha.
It's all about the form.
Zaha's about 30, 35.
It's all about the form.
But
it is the form.
But
When was
with
the last time
so
he
much
scored?
money, even relegated teams.
$40 million, dude. They were talking about 40 for Lukaku at the start of the season, like earlier in the season.
And now he's at like
40,000.
90.
Yeah, but only because he scored. But is Zaha really a $40 million player?
No, nobody
The
is.
market is
Everyone,
inflated.
people are, but what I'm saying is that there's so much money coming in now that
But even at
16 place teams, they're bringing in $100 million.
Yeah, even for him, I think 30 would be the right price. Like inflated, 30 is inflated. I think a real price for him, 20, maybe 25, pushing it.
I'd say 30. I could see
but
30.
30 would be
Potential,
more
based on
reasonable for
potential.
an inflated price for
No.
me.
Man of the match, I got Eriksen.
It's got to be right.
Have
Match
to be.
winner.
Yeah, man.
Dig that dude. Then we got Arsenal.
Thank you, Robert Huth.
You can't even score your
Thank
own
you,
goals
Robert
now.
Huth's left nipple.
Can't even score your own goals
Arsenal
now.
can't generate offense
3-0.
at the home.
3-0.
They don't let it go in. They don't even have to score it any.
3-0. The 3-4-3. That's all I got to say to all
Oh,
you
It
haters.
definitely
God.
worked.
All
The
you haters.
3-4-3 is definitely working. So
look,
much offense
This is the
generated.
biggest gut check. This is the biggest gut check when you're a team
Defensively.
playing great defense.
Defense. What, Vardy's been
April
on fire lately?
30th. April 30th. Tottenham and
I
Arsenal.
can't wait. 4 days.
Oh my God.
Can't wait.
7th. May 7th.
What about
Arsenal,
this?
Arsenal has some
Manchester
tough matchups
United.
coming.
you worried
Yeah.
you worried about Spurs?
This is the road to
That's
8
why
I
you
was
said
talking
skip
about.
them. That's why I skipped because I'm not
This is
worried.
the beginning of road to 8.
Shite
Here we
Heart
go. Arsenal,
Give
road
me
to
that.
8.
Shite Heart
Road to
Lane.
8.
Shite Heart Lane right here.
Oh, man.
You're the leaky
Lexi
ones
Sanchez,
over there, man.
Lexi
You're the
Sanchez
leaky
might
ones.
actually put on a Tottenham shirt. Forget about
You
Chelsea.
might, right?
Put him with Eriksen, Kane, and Ali. Oh, they got something good.
Is there anything to
lumps in
remark
that.
from this game? Anything to talk about?
No.
Dude, just
I mean,
There's plenty to talk about.
Sanchez hit the crossbar.
about
Arson's pulse is still going.
Nacho shot was gonna go out for a throw.
Oh yeah,
I
straight up
love it.
throwing.
I fucking hate this.
I
dude.
love it. Coming in, making an impact. Dude, Nacho started at left center back in this game. Very interesting. Obviously, Arsenal
He's trying to do
playing
an
in the
Ashby.
semifinals, playing on Sunday against Manchester City. So we had a day less to rest. So this was a gut check type of game. Had to win it. Arsenal essentially have to win the remaining of their games in order to make top 4. If you don't want to have the
They want to make top 10.
leave your fate in other people's hands.
Road to 8.
No joke.
Liverpool's, you guys got 66.
Road to
Don't
8.
act like you're out of it.
Road to
Buzz.
8.
Don't act like you're out of it, man.
Road to
You're
8.
right there. Everything's tight.
Liverpool and Arsenal are like this. Both
Yeah.
giving up.
Liverpool's like kind of dipping
Both
right
giving
now.
up 40 freaking goals this
Yeah,
year, dude.
bro.
What kind
Road
of
to
clubs?
8.
Settle down
What kind
over
of
there.
top 4
You're
clubs
still,
are these?
you're still facing United and Tottenham and who else? Let's get into this.
That's all right. You're facing the whack teams, which is dangerous for Liverpool.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's actually
Nah,
a good
it's all
threat
good.
for you guys.
It's all good.
That's
You guys are
true.
facing Swansea, these shitty teams. You got to be concerned, bro.
I
We actually
faith.
got to go up against tough teams.
I have faith. So
can
you
have faith, man.
got you got Tottenham, United, Southampton, Stoke. That's gonna be a tough game for Arsenal. So Sunderland. That's gonna be a tough game for Arsenal.
Why? What are you talking
Because
about?
it's less about Sunderland.
just lost to Middlesbrough.
It's less to do with the Sunderland, more about
That's a
Arsenal.
tough game for Liverpool. That's a tough game
They
for
just got
Liverpool.
clean sheeted, but
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's less to do
What
with
do you mean?
Sunderland, more to do with Arsenal.
Look, Arsenal
Everton. Everton. That's gonna be a tough game for Arsenal.
Dude,
Last
Arsenal just
game.
beat Leicester City, who was in the quarterfinals of the
Did you
of
beat
the,
Leicester
of the
City,
Champions
though?
League. Yeah, we did.
Own
but
goal.
Vardy
You didn't
and
win. You didn't
won.
lose.
No,
didn't
you
win?
won. No,
Yeah.
you won.
You
When I
won.
look
You
at-
won. No,
when I look at
you didn't beat
you
them.
won.
You won
Yeah,
the game.
You won.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think you beat him.
We won the game.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
all that matters. I just care about the 3 points.
When's Arsenal just gonna rest all
If
their
Arsenal
stars
play
for the
like
FA Cup
shit-
final?
If Arsenal play like shit and we win, that's fine with
Arsenal's
me.
out there looking like Burrow.
That's fine with me. I want more for my club, but
No offense.
it's all about the
Yeah, yeah.
ducats.
No one's talking
all
about
about
Rob
the
Holding because he doesn't cost 55 million pounds.
Oh,
Easy,
that's
Arsenal.
All right, we're going back and forth with the banter, and that's all good enough.
Yeah.
But when we analyze this
When's
game
Arsenal
a little
gonna
bit
rest
more,
the stars
let me talk and stop
To s-
interrupting me.
to save them for the FA Cup final?
Let me talk and
the
stop
league doesn't
interrupting
matter,
me.
right?
You're just rude. You're rude right now. Just being rude. I'm trying to break shit down. Olivier Giroud is actually pivotal in this.
Breaks us
system.
down. They couldn't break down Leicester.
Very it's not even funny. It's just rude right now.
Arsenal's not even funny.
Silence. It's crickets. As crickets right there. Just settle down.
Same as it is in London over there.
Settle down over there, Gilligan.
Arsenal home match.
Chewing on your turtle.
No clapping.
Yeah,
Some snaps.
He doesn't even deserve snaps.
That's true.
Doesn't deserve snaps.
Arsenal players don't deserve snaps.
Giroud makes a difference in the system. We saw he didn't start this game, dude.
I'm just gonna turn it around.
Theo Walcott was starting actually at center forward in this game, which is a little bit odd. Theo, shoot the damn ball, bro. The problem, I think, is that we're trying to score the perfect goal all the time.
Always.
When Alexis shot the ball,
Arsenal,
hit the crossbar, that's what we need more of. The crowd just imploring Granit Xhaka to shoot the ball every time he touches it. He makes the wrong decision. He shoots it nearly from half. So, like, this team, they need to shoot more. I don't know. I think it might be Wenger just saying maintain possession, maintain it. But, again, Giroud makes a big difference when he's playing in the system. Without him, we're trying to cross the ball into the box, but we don't have anyone who can win it. Not even a Danny Welbeck starting. Didn't really make sense.
If you're going to play a 3-4-3, you do need your center forward to be a target man.
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily have to play like a target man. Like Kane can play like a poacher, can play like a target man. He can play like a Trek.
And as good as
Alexis
is,
you can't have Sanchez holding that position. You can't have Walcott holding a 3-4-3.
He just kept dropping deeper and deeper. It's like you're going up against Robert Huth, man. He's a bruiser. You're not going to be able to hold him up.
Yeah.
You know, so I think Arsenal were dominating in possession, but at a certain point in time, Leicester had more shots on target.
Yeah, it was useless possession.
Defensively, though, we were able to shut down Vardy.
So is the rest of the league.
I don't know. He's been on fire, though. He's been on fire, man.
He's been kindling. There's been a little kindling. He's not on fire.
He's been warm.
He has been warm. He has been warm, man.
Fire
Scoring Champions League.
How many goals?
I'll tell you how many goals right now.
All right.
Ready for this shit?
He had some chances, but again,
he's in double digits for the league. He's got 11 in the league, 2 in Europe, 20 overall, counting
and it's
England
remember, don't Ranieri,
friendlies.
right? So under Ranieri, he was cold as ice. And then Shakespeare took over. That's when
he had like 2 goals until Shakespeare took over. He's had like 9 since Christmas or 9 since January.
Less to do with the coach, more with his mentality.
Yeah, that's where I knew what Vardy's about.
Yeah,
he's about good managers.
He's about fraud.
Yeah,
himself.
Oh my fucking god. Ranieri wasn't giving me any more pizza.
Yeah, man, not too much from this game, Tom. It was a bit of a stalemate.
It was an injury scare because Shanley, I thought he ruined his knee. He landed on it wrong, but luckily he came back into the game. He's the anchor of that 3. Without him,
actually, my favorite play of this game
was giving up 10 goals.
Yeah. Without Peter Cech, you're conceding the goal.
Oh my!
Rolling back the clock. Rolling back the clock.
How high did he get?
Looked like he was no helmet.
He was parallel.
That's literally 3 points. Like Fergie always said, a good goalie saves you 12 gets you 12 points a season.
Yeah,
100%.
That's your 3 points right there for Cech.
That's what we needed, man. Yeah. That's what we needed. I thought it was hilarious though. There was some dirty moments in this game. Ben and Luan. Just completely climbing Giroud's back with his studs.
Sucks.
Like trying to get up the
wall. He
was
playing what's it called? Aussie rules. That's Aussie rules. Yeah, bro. Climb up there on his shoulders, get that ball. I love it.
That was a potential red card, and then we saw Alexis Sanchez acting like a little bit of a punk in the 91st minute, stopping Fuchs from making his throw. He just kept like jockeying him, getting up in his face. So eventually Fuchs throws out the ball at Alexis. It hits his like shoulder blade. 3 minutes later, he holds his face, and then he goes down to the ground. It was the worst dive.
Dude, this guy...
He earned a yellow card for it, but it's all good, Alexis.
South American
we still love you.
Dude, this guy is so suspect, dude. Ever since Morgan went down with the injury, I'm still talking about Ben and Luan.
Okay.
I can't get over this guy. He's only played 6 games all year.
He's not suspect. He's just fraud,
this sucks.
Bro. He's a guy off the bench. He shouldn't be playing. It should be Wes Morgan.
Listen to this, though. So, real quick. WhoScored.com. Ben and Luan. Johan Ben and Luan characteristics. Strengths. Ball interception. All right.
He's a defender.
Weaknesses. Passing. All right.
Oh, look, he's a center back.
He's a center back.
Just pass.
It gets better. It gets better. Discipline.
No, he's
and the
as a defender.
And the icing on the cake, concentration.
Which is the most important.
You're a center back, dude.
You're a human being.
Ben and Luan's style of play. Likes to dribble, plays the ball off the ground often, so he boots it, and he commits fouls often.
That's his thing. Dude, you know what?
That's the worst.
He's a championship defender.
Yeah.
He's just a bruiser.
Not even.
Bro, they said in practice.
Tackle, boot it.
League One.
Remember how we told that story about Colo Torre
division.
taking everyone out? They said the same thing about Ben and Luan. He was hurting people in practice and
That's
stuff.
what happens. That's what happens when Leicester loses the top scout to Arsenal. They start signing people like that. No, you can't concentrate? Cool. All right. Perfect. You can't pass? Doesn't matter. Can you intercept passes? But you can boot it. We're good.
Boot it to Vardy.
You're coming with us.
That's our system.
Yeah, boot it to Vardy.
No, boot to Albright, and then he's going to boot to Vardy. There you go.
Yeah, Shakespeare probably signed him.
Man of the match.
Man, you know what? I was very impressed with this guy. Again, stupid yellow card, but Granit Xhaka.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to give him my man of the
How
match.
many
Get
yellow
out of
cards?
town.
This guy's going to be a problem next season, man. He's got a, I don't know.
He needs
how.
a mentor. Or
Problem for the
something.
league or problem for Arsenal?
Problem for Arsenal. He gets too many yellows, dude. Once you get to 10, you start sitting out on double games. Like, it's like he's at the number 6 position. You shouldn't be getting that many yellow cards unless you're not good at that position, because you should. Carrick plays the same position.
He's not
Conte.
a true number 6 is the issue, and he's not a good tackler. Straight up, his tackling technique sucks.
Sounds like an awesome defensive
In the Prem, he's only got 5 yellows. Okay, 5 yellows in the whole season. 2 reds, mind you. Overall competitions, not counting the World Cup and friendlies, he has 12 yellows, 2 reds.
I think he was the most carded player last year.
That's a gang of yellows. Yeah, and he did it in his previous league too.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's
this
not
is-
like
No, I'm not saying he's not good for it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, before five to handle, he's
That's
no Catmull, Lee Catmull, or Lee Bowyer.
That was the only thing that knocked him down for me was the card in this game. I wish he didn't have a card. Otherwise, honorable mention, Koscielny.
Looks like everybody went to college with Michael Tate. Shout out to Tate. You're the man. Tate's up for the boys.
I'm gonna give it to Robert Huth. What a goal!
You're gonna give him the man of the match?
No, fuck no.
I give it to
Koscielny.
I'm giving it to Peter Cech.
I'm with you.
Cat like reflexes.
100% with you. Check all the way.
7.5.
Check.
100% in your
Peter.
Hello.
10 for 10.
Check.
Microphone check 1 2. What is this?
Little quick touch. Borough 1, Sunderland 0. Guys,
Middlesbrough first goal this decade. Good for them.
First win in 2017, dude.
Jeez.
Literally, when I saw that stat,
Georgie.
I had to go back and double check. I was like, no way, that's a typo. That's not possible. We're freaking 5 months in to 2017.
And it was just such a simple goal
Booted.
conceded by Sunderland. It also came out that David Moyes was charged by the FA for the misconduct, essentially saying
Threatening.
threatening that the female reporter would get slapped if she were to come back.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, so
Buddy.
everything's going down south for this team right now. It was just a ball over the top to Martin Deroon, who took it down nicely. Maybe Pickford could have done better, but it was squirmed in between his legs.
Real quick, David Moyes. That comment he made, it was made almost in jest. Heat of the moment, made in jest, but he shouldn't have said it. But the female reporter had no problem with it. She laughed at it. And even afterwards, he apologized, and she's like, oh, no problem. I think it's the world that's overreacted to it. But again, you can't say that kind of things.
Look, I don't think he said anything that crazy.
No, it wasn't.
But it was 100% wrong enough for him to get punished. Would he have said that to any dude? Why hasn't he? He picked that phrase because it
That's
was a
the
woman.
issue.
No.
If he had said it to
She was being
dudes
cheeky.
historically, yeah, but when dudes are cheeky, do you threaten to slap him?
No, you just swear at him.
That's
He
the
was
issue.
threatening his power. Basically, I'm stronger than you. You keep talking shit, I'll take care
It's
of
like
you.
if you're being naughty, then,
Yeah.
like
Like some kind of old school, like, 60s.
Well, because you can't
Austin
swear at her,
Powers.
so I don't know, man.
Yeah,
He
but
chose the wrong words.
But even dudes, like, he doesn't swear at dudes, or maybe he does. Who knows?
No, who
I'm
knows?
saying reporters, male
Yeah.
reporters, not the players. Like, he treats them with somewhat respect. If he gets annoyed, sure he gets annoyed. But I've never heard him threaten to slap a dude.
Well, it was also like off camera, but the mics were still on.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I hate that kind of stuff. Like, I think it brings a bad, like, image to football. Still makes us seem like this archaic, like, kind of
Caveman.
dudes, caveman dudes. No, we're not football players.
Going back to the
We're football
championship in the
players.
cave.
Oh,
What it
Paul.
looks like.
Sunday going down.
Oh, yeah, that was done, man. That was the backbreaker for them. I think mathematically they have a super long shot because they have a game in hand, but
There's no reason you should have Jermaine Defoe in your fantasy team. No reason.
Nope.
Not anymore.
No
Nada.
reason
it's
at all.
over.
George Friend, he was in my fantasy, and he has 4 yellow cards this season, and 2 of them came the last 2 matches. Awesome.
Well, that's
Thanks.
fine.
Still got me
Perfect
8
pickup.
points, but come on, dude.
Well, I got you 4.
Nice captain. Nice
Captain.
captain. Sweet. Instead of captain and Diego Costa.
Dude, where did, real
What?
quick,
32 points.
real quick, where does Defoe go? Because now it's basically official. Sunday's getting relegated. Does he go down with him at his age?
Newcastle.
I was
Okay.
just going to say that.
No, you weren't.
I was totally going.
you weren't.
Yes, I was. I was going
No,
to
you
Rob.
weren't.
Yeah,
No, you
dude.
weren't. I said it first.
I said
Fine.
Newcastle.
Fine.
Tom, who
No,
you got?
I'll go somewhere else then.
All right, what do you think about it, Tom?
Man.
You go a couple places.
I know.
Burnley, potentially, if they stay up.
Dude, seriously, what the hell?
Palace.
Even West Ham.
I'm saying Stoke. Stoke has all the pieces. They need that number 9. I know they have Berahino, but just in case, why not get a 34, 35-year-old veteran on your bench?
Pick is Stoke.
And the stripes. He doesn't have to settle back in. He's still looking for stripes, red stripes. Get it.
Red stripe beer.
Beer.
I was looking at Burnley too, but you know what? West Ham has West Ham has been really hot on him, so I'm going
West Ham it is.
like a Sprite commercial.
And in some world footy news, wrapping up the show, we got Bayern Munich going down 3-2 to Borussia Dortmund in the German Cup semifinal. Borussia Dortmund exacting some revenge.
Hey, Dortmund. Absolutely amazing performance here. Javi Martinez, though, very guilty of the first goal. It was a terrible back pass, which eventually was tapped in by Marco Reus. But he did make up for it, scoring the next goal for Bayern on a corner kick. Xabi Alonso, the deliverer of the ball. They're going to miss this guy a lot next year, man. He's retiring, as is Lam as well.
Football's going to miss him.
This was Lam's last Deutsche Bubble, you know? It was the last time we're going to see him Champions League.
Yeah, and he fucked up on the last goal.
He did, but he got chopped up.
I mean, chopped up.
But didn't Dembele?
No, he had the ball at his feet. He was dribbling it, lost it, tried to recover, lost it again, and then went down the field, and Dortmund scored.
Dembele.
The nail in the coffin.
Usmani, Dembele.
Goal and an assist.
This kid is special.
He's real, huh?
I'm telling you right now, he's the realest. You know they do the Golden Boy Award.
First things first.
Yeah, for the youngest, the most talented young player in Europe. I think it's got to be between him, Mbappe, who's probably going to win it just because goals say the most. But Dembele, Mbappe, Dele Alli, Rashford might sneak in there.
What about other Dembele from Celtic?
Maybe, but he's playing in a lesser quality league. But, you know, the Dembele family's strong, man.
Dude, this kid has 9 goals, 17 assists on the league. I mean, not the league, and the season.
And
all
Dortmund
comps.
is not selling
He's
him.
19 years old.
Dortmund will sell him at the right price.
Well, that's the thing. You're looking at probably 75 mil for this kid.
Left foot, right foot. Barcelona's looking at him. Man United's looking at him. I mean,
everybody's looking at him.
He deserves it too, man. But I would suggest you
Stay.
just got to Dortmund.
Stay.
Apply your trade there. Stay where you're going to get guaranteed playing time in Champions League football too.
I agree. And then
rough season for Anthony.
So does that mean Goetz is definitely out, or does he try to stay and try to work and be basically a bench player?
Goes to. I mean, he's going to stay.
But I think he's gonna work his way out of that. I don't think that's
but I think he has to first come back healthy to prove that he can keep up with the Dembeles of the world. So I think he's going to stay exactly where he is right now while he figures out his medical condition. Once he's healthy, he's going to have to try break in. And then if he can't break in, then we can have that discussion of is he going to stay and just ride it out, or is he out?
I think he's peaked at this point, and we'll see.
So early, bro.
Hopefully he
so
comes
early.
back. But
how old is he?
What is he, 24?
Yeah, bro. How can you say peaked?
Because some people peak early, man. He's
but
24 years old.
I think he only peaked, or quote unquote peaked, because he hasn't gotten playing time. So we assume. So he was hot at Borussia Dortmund. Got to Bayern, cooled off because he didn't get playing time. Injuries. Comes back, now he's injured. So I don't know if he's peaked yet. He's had a peak. I don't know if that was his best he'd be.
This is me just calling it now. I think he's peaked.
His career's over.
I think we're gonna see him as like a Alex Pato kind of guy, where at between 18 and 22, like okay, this guy's gonna be the best ever, and then all of a sudden he kind of fades away. So cool. I think he may end up staying at Dortmund for the rest of his career.
So his peak was basically the World Cup goal.
Yeah.
So he'll never be as good as he once was.
Not a bad peak.
I definitely don't think so.
PSG 5, Monaco 0, French Cup semifinal. And this is what I was talking about for the Champions League. We can say Monaco, blah, blah, blah. That defense, dude. That defense.
What defense?
Exactly. Once you get to Champions League, who are they playing? Atletico? They're playing Atletico, right?
Fortunately for them.
Yeah, fortunately for them, not a very offensive firepower team, even though they
have special players. They're playing Juventus. It's the Madrid derby.
Yes,
what am I saying? I'm just agreeing with you because I don't know why.
You don't know why. Led me down this path.
I agree. You went down the path yourself. I just reinforced you.
I was like, hey, Al, do I take a left or right? Take a left. Hey, Tiki, why are you leading us left?
Yeah, but then you went down there. I said, hey, turn around, come back. You know,
Why'd you go down there?
I was buffering. I was buffering.
Oh, you're my navigator.
Rerouting.
Either way,
Recalculating. Bro, you got to look at the team that Monaco played.
Yeah, they got Champions League this week.
Come on, man. They played all this, the second team, essentially. Old-ass Raji back there, Diallo, Morgan DeSanctis. So it wasn't even Subotic and DeSanctis. The goals that they conceded, honestly, guys, wasn't like PSG was playing this amazing football. Maybe one or two of the goals actually came from quality football, but mistakes. DeSanctis giving up a rebound.
Own goals.
Guys dribbling in the back, trying Cruyffs and at the top of the 18s. An own goal went in.
Yeah.
There was just some fugazi goals where it was first the second team, and secondly, concentration. Yeah, you want to shit on Ben and Luan. These dudes lack concentration, man.
Man, after that own goal, I mean, then Matuidi scores 2 minutes later, and that was in the second half. First half ended 2-0. After that own goal was in 50 minutes, 52nd, another goal was in. It was done after that, but they don't care. They have priorities.
The first team, they had Thiago Silva on the pitch, Draxler, all these guys. So it was like, I think it was revenge for how they've been treated, bro, like in the league.
And they have nothing to play for. Yeah. I mean, they're playing for the league still, but like.
But that wasn't a league game.
Champions League.
If that's a league game, I think Monaco plays different players.
Yeah, they're tied on points with
but
Monaco. But Monaco has a game in hand, however.
Yes.
Well, they didn't want to go for a treble. They didn't have the depth for a treble because they're in Champions League. They're playing for the league right now, tied with crazy goal difference, and the French Cup.
If they won all three, you're looking at Mbappe selling for like 150.
What are you talking about? They came out today, said 110, dude. Mbappe 110.
Sorry, Man City. You don't mind.
Beautiful. That's how you ward off all these suitors who want to take you and ruin your career. Stay at Monaco. This was your breakout year. Stay at Monaco, Mbappe, for another year and do work.
What happened to you supporting the player? Like, at 110, basically, they're shackling him. So what if Mbappe wants to go to Man City? He can't go at 110.
Oh, then pay what you pay.
No, but what I'm saying is Mbappe wants to go, not Man City wants him. Mbappe says, Monaco, I'm done with you guys. They slap 110. That's all the power in the clubs.
The value will decrease if he decrees that. If Mbappe's like, I want to leave, the transfer value will go down because then the other teams will have leverage. They'll have leverage. Now, but
he's under contract. There's no leverage.
If he has a release clause,
I don't think he does.
That's different.
I don't think he does. No, release clause, there's no debate.
But
release clause, you just trigger it.
So we saw, right, the same thing with Dimitri Payet. Oh, no, West Ham, we value him at $35 million. But then eventually, when it comes down to it and the player wants to leave,
but do you think
it will drop down $5 million, $10 million?
I think it only happens when that player strikes and stops playing. I think
that's what it would take, like you're saying with Mbappe. I want to leave. That's what he'd have to do.
But that's sad, man. Why can't he just be valued at 60 mil like a normal?
Because it's the beginning part of bargaining. You can't start at what you want. You got to start out higher than what you want because people aren't going to start out at what they will pay. They'll start out what they, lower than what they'll pay, and then you guys they meet in the middle. Exactly. So right now,
so you say 110 million.
So right now they're probably hoping for 75 to 80.
Which is
but
insane.
doing 100, it's still crazy. But honestly, that's what they're probably shooting for.
It's projected with his potential. I was arguing with Igor about this, and look, some players, their value currently is not worth it. But if you look at a 10-year stretch, this kid is 18 years old. He broke a Champions League record, scoring in 4 of the first knockout rounds.
Yeah, just no one's done that. Memphis Depay, just like him.
He's different than Depay. He's different than Depay.
Just like Pato.
He's even different than Martial.
You just brought up Pato.
Wasn't doing it to this level.
Pato.
Monaco's in the semifinals.
No,
Who's a big part of that?
I 100% agree, man. But it's we're in that world now, I guess, of just fast food, like flashy.
It's all inflated, man.
I know, but it's not justified for me. 80 mil is not justified.
When there's that much money circling. When it's that much money circling and you're performing like this at 18, what's sad is the pressure that ends up on the player. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, I have no problem with him getting $500,000 a week. As far as his salary, I don't give a shit about that. What I have a beef with is clubs slapping these ridiculous prices and therefore forcing players to stay. I've never been a fan of that.
Name 3 examples of when someone was forced to stay.
Lukaku at Everton should have gone last year. They couldn't come up with a price.
No one to pay. Price for him. He was worth that money, and they wouldn't pay. So why would you let him leave?
In their opinion,
in this summer,
Berahino. Yeah, and this summer it is. So it worked out well for Lukaku. He was able to. But how many players have been priced out, man, where the price is just too high? Defoe was a guy who was priced out a bit.
And Berahino was like, right, a dickhead in your mind because he was like, I'm done with the club. I want to leave.
Yeah.
So was he priced out? Because he wanted to leave.
No, he was priced out. That's why he came out and said, I'm not playing for you guys anymore because you won't reduce my price and make it reasonable for me to leave this club.
Sterling would have been.
But they didn't have a choice.
Sterling was almost priced out. They did have a choice. They chose max money. They chose max money.
But then he was a dick and said, I'm not going to play.
He did. He handled it incorrectly, and I'll always criticize him for that. But to Tom's point, I'll always have the players back until the player acts like a dick. Because I'm always for the little man. I don't know. It's just the mentality.
Look, man,
but
it
is what it is, man.
If you want him, come get him.
Yeah, if someone's willing to pay 110, good for you.
Because it's not like Monaco is just churning out. I mean, they are churning out talent, but it's not like they're constantly in Champions League. You know, so they need to secure themselves financially as well. If we give a player of this value away, we need to be good for the next 4 to 5 years. Well, because we may not get a player like this again.
Monaco basically came out saying that they weren't going to sell multiple people. I think there was 4 players. Mbappe was definitely one of them. Because they said the most important thing is that their books are completely even. Yeah. They don't have to sell. So they're looking to keep these guys for maybe 2 more years, trying to make a legitimate run.
Yeah, United's giving them $8 more for
Silva.
No, for Martial.
Oh, 10. Yeah, it was $10 million, but like 8 pounds. Yeah, 8 million pounds. Yeah, incentives. That I don't mind, man. If you say, look, Mbappe, buy him today for 40, but should he become who we think he's going to be, we're putting these incentives. So Martial, after 25 goals, United owes Monaco $10 million or $11 million, 10.8. If he wins a Ballon d'Or before 3 years is up, another 10.8. You know what I mean? So that I'm cool with. Putting in incentives, cool with. That allows Martial to leave and follow his dream to go play at Man United, whether that dream works out, and the club still has money if Martial pops. So that's cool. But once you slap 110 on top, and then you still have to build up.
That's stay away. Away from
that's
this
more
guy.
like this player ain't going anywhere. How does Mbappe feel about that? Wouldn't he rather be at an Arsenal? Like, I don't know.
We don't know how he feels about that.
I just know he doesn't have a choice at 110. It's not up to him anymore. Whatever.
All right, I like that, man. End of that one. Yeah, man, I think.
And Tiki has spoken.
And that is final.
That's a wrap, Mbappe.
So let it be done.
Go into that office.
We're going to jump in La Liga just real quick. Comment on a couple scores there.
Go for
it. Barcelona just embarrassing Osasuna at home, 7-1. And Real Madrid beating Deportivo La Coruña away 6-2 with a bunch of backups in with Champions League on their mind. I don't know if we're going to get into these games.
Madrid's the deepest team in the world.
I just wanted to comment on the scores. The scorelines are ridiculous. 7-1 was the earlier game, and then Madrid tried to match it with 6-2. But just not fair, man.
It's funny because the games are happening simultaneously, I think. Or I think the Barcelona was slightly ahead.
Barca was early, yeah. But, I mean, Messi 2 goals, Alcacer 2 goals, Gomes 2 goals. Mascherano had a penalty and an assist. Rakitic had 2 assists.
Paco.
Suarez had an assist. Dennis Suarez. Piqué hit the crossbar. Hit the post.
Thanks, appreciate it.
It's crazy, man.
Dude, this dude Alvaro Morata on Madrid scored in the first minute. You knew it was going to be a drubbing at that point. James Rodriguez, a guy who's not a regular starter, scored 2 goals. Lucas Vasquez, who I don't know why he's on the team, but Zizou loves him, I guess. He scored. Isco's on fire. He scored. Casemiro, who's most likely going to feature in the Champions League. He's feeling good now. So it was a good bounce back for Madrid after taking the L in El Clásico.
So, Ronaldo, do you think he canceled the party after this game?
Hell yeah. I guess he stopped his girlfriend. Bro, that's bad juju. You're already planning a party.
Yeah, that's typical girlfriend shit.
Yeah, you got
at the house
for my boyfriend.
Yeah, like, nah, man, chill out with all that. Just pone on. You're jinxing us.
Wait till the game is won.
Exactly.
Wait till the game is won.
I'm sure if they wanted to wait till the very end of the game and just called somebody up, I'm sure that any restaurant or any bar or any club would have just shut down right there, like, oh, it's for Cristiano and the Real Madrid. So like you said, bad juju. Don't do that.
It's bad juju, man.
Don't be bringing that black magic around.
Well, let's not make it about race, Huss.
Oh, no.
All right? It doesn't need to be about race. Anything else, fellas?
Joey Barton banned for 18 months. How's your retirement, son? Stop betting on football matches.
Over 1,000, by the way. It's not like It's not like he gambled 2 or 3. Over 1,000 games. Are you kidding?
All sports. He says he has a gambling addiction, and Clearly. It was 15,000 bets he's made since 2004 on all sports.
Oh my god!
But he submitted to the court that he has a gambling addiction. Like
how's his record?
He's tried to seek help for this. But I think with his bad boy image and all his sanctions that he's had in the past, they're like, fuck you, buddy. But I think it's pretty harsh. 18 months.
Do you think he's good for football or bad for football overall?
Probably bad. But I like seeing him out there.
That's what I think, too.
He's the ultimate underdog because everyone hates him.
Yeah, I mean, they're polarizing players. They're bad guys in football. But, like, I think he was just another level. Like, he was an asshole.
He had talent, though. He had talent.
Will we see him play?
Nah, he was mediocre, Al. He had talent coming
when
up.
When he was young, he had, and it was on Man City. When he was on Man City, he had talent, and then he mooned a bunch of players. They lost the game. He pulled his pants down as he walked off the field.
Will we see him play?
And he tried to do casual. Everyone saw it. He got fined.
Will we see him play in championship or higher again after the 18 months?
He's done. I think he announced his retirement.
I don't know who's willing to take him on now.
He might need that money.
He was on Burnley, and now he's leaving mid-season.
He's 34.
18 months.
So he'll be 35. Almost 36 by the time he gets
back. I can see him still playing professionally because he might need that cash, but I don't see him playing high up.
Yeah.
Definitely not Prem, but with championship.
To take that PR nightmare as well.
You are. If you're like, look, if I'm running a club in League One and I'm not necessarily fighting for promotion, like I don't have the strength, I'm bringing Joey Bart's in. Why not sell some jerseys? But yeah, Premier League, no. Any other top league, no. He's done. He's old, and
he's bad for football at this point in time.
Yeah, he is. I agree.
There's more bad than good.
So 18 months starts now. So in 2 years, I think he might join a small team, and we might see him again in the FA Cup.
That'd be dope.
That'd be
dope. Run into Joey Barton, 36, 37-year-old Joey Barton,
leading
an
FA
Cup, some League One team going against the Gooners.
I like that. I don't think that's dope. I don't think that's cool. I don't think any of that.
Yeah, because
I think dudes like this are able
FA
to
Cup
pass
is his
by
house.
and
this
not
guy
get
hurt
punished
your feelings
for it.
or something?
Nah, man, I just hate when
he is punished.
When dudes like this get like a pass from like fans, like, oh yeah, no, it'd be great to see him again. Like, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. Bow out later. Adam Johnson, bow out later. Don't play.
Oh, yeah, that's totally different. That's totally different, dude.
It's totally different, but either way, they're both assholes in their own separate ways. So bow out. It's more bad than good.
I'll forever blame Barton for letting City win the title. Their first EPL title. QPR game, last game of the season, gets the red card for like elbowing, headbutting like 3 people, kicking Aguero.
Dude, that was great. He literally kicked Aguero like while he was down.
he got red card, and then he kicked someone else off the field.
Yeah, dude. That was great.
It was great, man. But then they won the league, and it sucked.
Yeah.
But it made for one of the best moments in history of the Prem. So
yeah.
I don't know, man. Some things are made to happen, and he's a part of that. So he has his place in EPL history for that.
I got no love over here.
No, I don't have much either.
It is what it is, man. Anything else before we kill this? Murk it.
Now, guys, just check us out. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check out the Podcast FC show store. We got your shirts, some hats for you. This summer, I don't know if we want to tell them, it's getting hot out soon, so we're going to have some new items of clothing as well, so just keep an eye out for that.
No doubt.
And some of you have contributed to the predictions every week with us. We post them, all 5 of us, every week. We try to do our best with predictions. We keep a table. But now we're throwing it out to you guys. And for the last few weeks, the last 4 weeks of EPL, we want to hear your predictions. We want to see the predictions. And each week, whoever has the best predictions,
the most
predictions correct, you get a T-shirt.
Get a free T-shirt. And if there's a tie for first, no one gets T-shirts because no one wins when there's a tie.
If you ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby.
Oh, they got me.